We come to you tonight from the shores of Lake Erie as the streets of downtown Cleveland, Ohio are alive with activity. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Thompson.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, Kevin Love has dramatically improved his perimeter shooting over his career, but he said, I've tried not to fall in love with it too much. Where I'm going to make my money is also rebounding. That's a stat I always look at because it can help a team win even when the shot's not falling. Kevin?
Great attitude. His work inside, a big part of the DA. Thanks. And the guys up front may determine, Brent, the outcome tonight. What elements make for a fantastic front court?
Well, nowadays it's about skilled front court players, guys who have the ability to not only shoot it, but also dribble handoff, make decisions with the basketball to help open up and spread up your offense for your guards and your quicker players to slash and find those gaps.
Now the starting group for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. DJ Augustine out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Aminu in at the 3 spot. And for Cleveland, the duo inside, Love and Thompson. Exum is out there with Garland. And it's Osman in at the 3 slot. Love the pass to Garland. Here's Osman. Aminu grabs the miss. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Stops. Pops. Augustine, no luck. Now for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against Detroit. Now, here's Garland. He's covered by Aminu. The baseline J. Love, no luck. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
Left side, Love. And Dante Exum picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Now here is Augustine. He's covered closely.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Here's Exum. Changes up. It's hauled in by the Magic. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, lots of ups and downs. One good possession, 2 bad ones, 1 good one. They could never get on a steady run and play some solid offense.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. Aminu missing his last shot. The second chance effort, and it's laid up and in by Thompson.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Back to Augustine. Shot clock at 6. The shot will not fall, and Cleveland will come the other way.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game. And for the Cavs, their #1 goal is to identify a young superstar to build around.
Yeah, they've had a nice collection here of guys that they hope step up and step out. Cleveland's only 2 Rookie of the Year award winners have been LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Franchise changers hard to find.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Exum. Exum hits them both. Orlando, they've gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Garland. How his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders when he is in the game. A great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
Clock at 6. Hits the three-point bomb.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Out to the right wing. Here's Exum, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And here's Augustine. 11 points for him in that last game against Phoenix.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Cleveland leading by 3. Out left to the wing. Here's Osman. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on El Farouk Aminu. And Brent out of Macedonia, Jetty Osman, 24 years of age and second in minutes played for the Cavs last season.
Yeah, Jetty, a lot of tumult around the team with his introduction to NBA basketball, but don't forget, a couple years playing pro in Europe and a top player on the Turkish national team. I think he's really ready for a bigger role with this organization.
And the first one drops. A lot of trade rumors beginning to swirl now, Brent. Several teams out there trying to add talent. And sometimes it comes at the expense of team chemistry.
It can, and I think teams who are very, very aware of their potential to be into the playoffs are careful to tinker with that. If they know they're going to have an opportunity to play in the postseason, the additions that they have to make, Kevin, they have to understand that that player coming in is great for us, but how is it that that player comes in? Who does it affect in our locker room?
Or they make a trade or don't make a trade because they're worried about team chemistry and how it'll be affected.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But again, I'll go back to an addition sometimes into a locker room with just that talent may affect the talent you already have. And if you're really cognizant of that fact, sometimes not making the deal is the best deal to make.
Now, here's Aminu following the shot by Tristan Thompson. Augustine finds Aminu, got a hand on it, and he recovers it. Shoots over Garland. Aminu with the bucket.
How about Aminu showing some touch from the mid-range? The D has to D him up a little bit better.
Now, here's Garland. Guarded by Augustine. Exum passes to Osman. Thompson with it. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Garland, and it's blocked by Gordon. They recover it. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. Trailing by 2. Beyond the arc, and the rejection by Love. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Well, Cleveland shooting in the early going here. Pretty dreadful, 22%. Now, here's Exum. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one. And one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Here's Augustine. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Now that we have the chance to show you the teams in the top of the NBA in steals this year. The Magic in second.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Here's Vucevic. He feeds it to Gordon.
Tristan did a great job of elevating that time to contest, did not stay on the deck.
Here's Osman, defended by Gordon. Three-pointer. Second shot opportunity. Thompson misses.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Another miss by Orlando.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Love kicks to Garland. Here's Thompson, banked in off the glass. Thompson's got his second basket of the game.
Well, that's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
Now here is Augustine. Defense right on him. Here's Vucevic. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 6 rebounds in the game. There's Garland, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
In a coaching hire by the Cavaliers that caught most off guard, John Beilein had led the Michigan Wolverines for 12 seasons, their all-time leader in coaching wins.
Well, there was also talk the year prior about John Beilein joining the Detroit Pistons organization, so finally making the jump to the NBA, where it's a much different challenge. It's going to be very interesting to see how it is that Coach Beilein implements a lot of his offensive schemes that were so successful in college.
That one is off. A different look now for Cleveland. John Henson's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Sexton in for Exum. And he can't hit the second. Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year. Not in any given game. So it's very, very...
No kidding.
Very, very minimal what happens. But what I like is that, you know, players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy. And he knocks down the first one.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9½", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for the Cavaliers. Both shots good from the stripe. Right, you look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
Now here's Nance, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. A shot, no good.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, Sexton has the kind of ability out there where he's shifty and fast and strong, can make some exciting plays happen for his team. Colin Sexton describes himself as a combo guard who likes to stay in attack mode and is very explosive. When he sees a gap and he gets into seams, he gets down there and tries to make some things happen.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And Sexton, a combo guard, thus far more of a scorer than probably a playmaker.
I think that's really what he's aiming for. He likes to watch film on Russell Westbrook and James Harden, and as we know, Kevin, watching those two play, they are very hungry and thirsty to score on a nightly basis. I think that's where Colin is pretty much laying the foundation of his game.
Selected with the 8th pick back in the 2018 draft, Colin Sexton, the main reward for the Cavs, Greg, after the Kyrie Irving trade.
Sexton, wearing the same number 2 jersey as Irving, doesn't feel the need to measure up to expectations created by Kyrie. Cavs fans, though, hope he does.
Now, here's Isaac. Not a lot of room. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Orlando has possession. Now Fultz still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Clock at 4. From deep. And Henson pulls it down. Cleveland leading by 3. The fader. Nance, no good.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Fultz. Here's Birch. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Love.
There's been a drop-off in the rebounding numbers. He seems to be getting out-muscled on the glass in a way we didn't see earlier in the season. His last 10 games, the totals have taken a huge hit.
First free throw is good. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Cleveland's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. And that one drops for him. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
Relentless in every way and most every game. Dellavedova with the hard drive that time.
And it's Fultz with the ball for Orlando. Pass to Isaac. And here is Bamba. Feeds to Fultz. Over Sexton. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Henson the pass to Nance. From 10 feet out, that will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. The Magic trail by 4. Pass to Birch. Isaac with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Another shot, and he lays it up and in.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now here is Dellavedova. Over in the corner, Osman. Just 5 to shoot. On the wing, Nance. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Evan Fournier. If you were choosing a center for the team that you ran, and you've got these options, Joel Embiid, Big Cat, or Jokic in Denver, who do you go with?
So much variety in their games, Kevin. And I appreciate what Jokic does so much for that Denver Nuggets offense, initiating as a center from the top. But I'm going to have to go with Embiid and the way that he can dominate the game. There's still so much potential and growth for what it is that he can do. Down on the block, doing damage, taking away a lot of three-point shots. Not to disparage what it is that Karl Anthony Towns can do, but his size and dominance, I think there's an intimidation factor that Joel Embiid brings to the game that I would lean on over the other two.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
.158 left to play here in the first. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Here's Dellavedova, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
You catch a defender out of position like that, and Dellavedova, he could be a sneaky, tough cover.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
An 86% foul shooter for his college career. Dellavedova hasn't been quite that consistent at the pro level.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Zizic has checked in. And he makes both free throws.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
Outside Fournier. And here is Bamba. He's coming off a 13-point game against Phoenix.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Now here's Sexton. Markelle Fultz unable to get his last shot to go. The jump hook. The shot's good from Zizic. And the Cavaliers lead by 8.
Well, Nance is just such a cerebral player out there. Does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist.
Orlando's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Now here's Fournier, defended by Dellavedova. Outside Fournier. Here's Birch. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Nance.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Magic have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. Cleveland leading by 6. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Sexton finds Nance.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Dellavedova from outside, and the 3 ball is good. Dellavedova's got 7 points in the game. .23 seconds left in the first quarter. And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Magic have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight, and that one falls for Fournier. Both good from the line that time. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's a 5-point game. And the pass to Zizic. Back to Sexton. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Well, Sexton feeling it right now, being assertive and getting to the spots on the floor that he wants to operate.
Good if it goes. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Cleveland holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
The Magic trail by 8. Osman outside at 3 with Nance down at the power forward spot. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Zizic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. The 6th pick back in 2017, 6'10" Jonathan Isaac out of Florida State. Greg, what have you seen from him?
Came in somewhat raw. Potential as a rangy defender. Offensively, though, still a ways to go.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Now, here's Sexton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Detroit. He kicks it to Dellavedova. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. Birch grabs the board. Birch has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the Magic broke a 6-season playoff drought. Nick Vucevic was the franchise's first All-Star in 7 seasons. It's been a long rebuild from the Dwight Howard era. We'll see where the team goes from here, but Kevin, they're happy to just be playing games that matter night in and night out.
All right, thank you very much, David. Now here is Dellavedova. Markelle Fultz unable to get his last shot to go.
Used to getting pushed around a little bit, Larry Nance Jr. does a nice job of finding enough room to score.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Fournier. Last game he had 10 points. Passes it to Fultz. Stripped it away. Now here is Dellavedova. He's guarded closely. Looking for Nance, and he gets it there. He's off on that one.
Frozen. Guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
The Magic trail by 6. Pass to Fultz. Outside Fournier. To the inside. Here's Bamba. Back to Fournier. Dishes it to Bamba. 6 on the shot clock. Tries again. And no good. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, they really snuffed that one out. Didn't execute all that well. Fortunate to walk away with the W.
Yeah, we talk about gutsy wins, and on a night like that in the last game where they just did not shoot it well, that's a steal during a regular season. Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Here's Fultz. And the dunk by Bamba.
the activity from Bamba when he's playing with a high motor. Watch out.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Zizic. Kevin Love comes in for Larry Nance. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Jetty Osman. And it's Garland in for Matthew Dellavedova. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Kem Birch. Gordon comes in for Jonathan Isaac. Ross, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz.
Yeah, still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
Yeah, and that 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
Thompson left side. Pass to Garland. Now Love. Over Bamba. Bamba with the block. Now Ross. They had a 24-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
Well, what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
Now here's Love. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Augustine with it. There's the pass to Bamba. Pass to Gordon. Over Sexton. And Gordon gets it to go in on the assist by Bamba. And it's all knotted up.
And this is what you want to see more of from Bamba, making an effort to share the rock.
Pass to Exum. Here's Sexton. Defended by Gordon. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got 7 points in the game.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
The Magic trail by 3. Augustine up top. Outside Gordon. Kicks it to Ross. Love grabs the board. And Love's got the ball here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And here is Garland. An 11-point game for him in the win against Detroit. Over Gordon. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board. You know, that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Now, here's Garland. Headed by Augustine. That shot wide open. 10 points for him.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Love can't hit.
Okay, and he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
No good from Ross.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Exum dishes to Love. Bamba with the block.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots.
Ross passes to Bamba. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
And you look at Augustine. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Now Augustine following the three-point attempt by Kevin Love. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Magic have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. The free throw drops for Augustine. John Henson's checked in for Cleveland. Al Farouk Aminu, he's checked in for Orlando. Both free throws good from Augustine.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Now, here's Garland. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one, Kevin. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Cavaliers leading. Here's Sexton, and it's blocked by Gordon. Augustine looking around, and Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Augustine. He's got 5. And Aminu kicks to Augustine. The dish now to Vucevic. Here's Aminu.
He just has lost the feel in terms of scoring here in the second quarter.
And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
Well, last year, interesting under-the-radar season as Tristan Thompson statistically had a very, very good year. A career best rate in rebounding, scoring, and assists. That's a big guy down on the inside, and Tristan Thompson provides you some great foundation on a nightly basis to bring physicality to the game.
Aminu, no one around him. That 3 off the mark.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And now, here comes Augustine leading the break. Cleveland's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And as well as he played last season, the former Iron Man, Tristan Thompson, struggled with injury.
Yeah, fewest games played of his career in any given season. And for a guy who went 4 straight seasons playing every game, deep into the playoffs, games that physically and mentally take a toll on you, last season was a tough one for Tristan that way.
The Cavaliers have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game. Larry Nance has checked in for Tristan Thompson. And the Magic making a change here as well. Evan Fournier is checked in for Terrence Ross.
One shot.
The Magic trail by 5. Stolen by Garland. Throws it up high. It's tipped and stolen by Fournier. Augustine, that's good. Augustine's got 6 points in the quarter. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Exum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Sexton. Six to shoot. Now the feed to Nance. Back to Sexton. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Looking now at some numbers for Evan Fournier. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Putting up about 10 points a night, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
The shot's good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
And it's tied up with that one. 1:33 left in the second quarter. To the middle. Here's Henson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Vucevic.
Well, what I like here is Henson takes a good angle. That can make all the difference in forcing a foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one.
Whether as a starter or a defensive asset off the bench, Henson's willing to play whatever role the team needs him to.
The Magic making a switch here. Isaac's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Here's Fultz. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. The pass to Isaac. Takes a 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. Henson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Osman. Rebounded by Isaac.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
For Orlando, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
And the overall skill set that Isaac possesses really off the charts. A big man who can run the floor, but also with that wingspan can defend the rim. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
One shot.
That free throw, good from Dellavedova. And it's Fultz with the ball for Orlando, trailing by 4. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Isaac passes to Vucevic. It doesn't go for him. And Cleveland the other way now.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Don't want to rush it, but you don't want to take too much time here.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
The Magic trail by 6. 29 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Isaac. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And the jam by Larry Nance.
This is a nice connection with Larry Nance Jr. Throw it his way. He'll take care of the rest.
Now Fultz inside. Here's Vucevic. And Henson sends it back. And so it's Cleveland in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. From one Kevin to another, you guys were dominant in that first half, and you have a big lead. But do you forget about that in the second half?
Oh, yeah. We got to treat it like a 0-0 game. I know we're going to stay in the locker room. We got to come out and win the third quarter. If we do that, we feel like we'll be okay. But like I said, this team is tough. We know they're capable of coming back.
Well, we'll see what happens, Kevin. Thanks. Now back to the other Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Colin Sexton having an outstanding game. He ended up with 15 points and 2 assists. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Orlando?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see it. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Colin Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. The Magic trail by 8. Tipping off the second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. DJ Augustine out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Aminu in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Vucevic. No points in the game yet for him. Good on the bucket. Vucevic has got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Magic.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Now here's Garland. D right on him. Exum finds Love over Gordon. Trying to get open is Thompson. Love, no luck. Well, Orlando shooting 27%. The offense is just embarrassing themselves. And the basket by Gordon.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Ross, that's good. Ross has got his first points of the game.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Cavaliers leading. Exum with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And Love gets it to go.
Well, you know he can hit that. He's done that for years. This part of his game has made him so valuable.
90 seconds now into the second half. And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
4 on the shot clock. Passes it to Osman. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And this break gives us a moment to look at the leading playmakers among rookies for the past 10 games. In the third spot, Darius Garland.
Impressive dime count there, and you like to see that from a rookie. No better way to make a first impression than by spreading the wealth.
Now here is Augustine. 9 points in the game so far.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December, and then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, D.A., it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Timeout called, Cleveland.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
And Cleveland making a change here. Zizic has checked in.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Gordon. He's right around 13 points a night, and he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Here's Zizic. He averages about 5 points a game. That one good for 2. And the Cavaliers lead by 5. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower paced system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
Augustine finds Gordon. The Cavaliers pull it in.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Garland with the bucket.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And here's Augustine. 9 points in the game so far. Now here's Ross. And it's Zizic with the rebound.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. 9-point game. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Ross against Love. 3 on the clock. Shot from the wing. Cavaliers with the rebound. Zizic has got 4 rebounds in this game. To the inside. And it's Osman missing. The Magic trail by 9. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Ross with a wide open look. Misses the 3. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Over to the wing. Here's Aminu. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Now, here's Exum. He's guarded by Ross. From 12 feet out. And it's Osman missing.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Goes back up. Love. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Kevin Love getting a little clever out there. Fantastic to get the D to bite on that pump fake.
It's his first trip to the line.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
First one falls for him.
And Kevin Love moving into prime years of his career and continues to be an impressive player. Proven champion and a nightly double-double threat.
Nancy's checked in for Jetty Osman. Orlando also making some changes. Bamba comes in for Gordon, and Evan Fournier subbed in for Ross. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Outside Fournier. Offline with his 3.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And Nance slams it in.
Hard for opposing teams to box out Nance because of all the activity that Larry Nance Jr. has. Plays alive on every possession.
Now here's Fournier. He has 7. Pass to Aminu. Now here's Vucevic. He's guarded by Love. Knocked loose. Now Garland. Pass to Love. Shot clock at 6. Shot clock resets for the Cavaliers. Here's Nance. Oh, wow!
So pretty when Larry Nance Jr., even at his size, gets a chance to glide.
Fournier with the ball. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. The pass to Bamba. And he drops it in from the low post. Bamba's got 10 points in the game.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Love outside. Now here's Garland. He's guarded closely. To the left side wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Exum. The shot misses. And Orlando the other way now. 4-on-3 break. Feeds to Bamba. The rebound by Nance. Nance has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Now here's Garland. Guarded by Augustine. And that's a foul called on Ante Zizic. That's his first foul.
Yeah, just a little bit off in the first, but he's been anything but that here in the second quarter. Really impressive to see him turn it around like that.
For the Cavaliers, Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Love. And it's Colin Sexton in for Garland. And a change for the Magic. Birch is checked in. Outside Fournier. Another miss by Orlando. The Cavaliers leading by 12. And the foul on Kem Birch. That's foul number 2 for him. Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap and overspending and outspending smaller markets?
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never, and they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you had for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin. That's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
Now here's Isaac after Dante Exum's miss. Outside Fournier. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got 11 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Sexton more and more in control and trying to deal with the aggressive defense so far in this game.
He's got his 4th free throw of the game.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. Down by 15. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Can they get it? And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Is on Colin Sexton. For Orlando, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. Porter's checked in for the Cavaliers. And he's good on the second. And here's Exum. He has 6. Passes it to Henson. Shoots over Bamba. It's hauled in by the Magic. Birch has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Fournier gets a wide open look. The Cavaliers pull it in. And there's 1:45 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Exum passes to Nance. To the middle, Henson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, he doesn't have a ton of moves down there, but Henson has been working on his offensive game, and that length helps out. He draws the foul.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line. He misses the free throw. And the 2nd free throw, good.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Now here is Augustine. 10 points for him. Fournier the bounce pass. And Henson sends it back.
Well, Henson's an explosive leaper and really active on that play.
Count that bucket. Sexton's got 20 points.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Pass to Birch. Here's Augustine. Fournier in the corner. Taps in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got 4 assists now tonight.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed and getting out on him.
Now here's Sexton. He's got 20. And Nance kicks to Exum. Shoots over Fournier. Exum's shot is off. The Magic trail by 16. Down low, here's Birch, and they pick up 2. Birch has got 7 points.
Really heads up there, a play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Exum dishes to Sexton. Lets it go from deep. Birch grabs the board.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Near the three-point line, it's Augustine. Can't nail the jumper.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Cavaliers lead by 14. And we'll be back with you right after this. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Cavaliers leading by 14. Larry Nance out there with John Henson. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then it's Exum. And it's Garland in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And it's Exum. That time on the assist by Nance. Nance has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here is Ross. Outside Fournier. "11 feet away. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's hands in the high post. Over Ross. The shot's good from Nance. And the Cavaliers lead by 18.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him, allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
Now here's Fournier. Pass to Bamba. Here is Ross. 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Here's Exum. Drops in the layup for 2. Exum's got 4 points this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The pass to Ross. Here's Birch. Just 4 to shoot. Isaac passes to Fournier. Jacks up a 3. Once again off the mark, Orlando. The Cavaliers leading by 20. Here's Garland, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything shooting. Free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Now Ross. He kicks it to Fournier. to halt the run. Cavaliers with the rebound. Thompson's got his 16th rebound on the night. Exum with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Passes to Thompson. Shoots over Bamba. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
The Cavaliers leading by 22. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Osman. When it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is that, in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed, and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
Love's checked in for Cleveland. Orlando also making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. And it's Aminu in for Isaac. Cleveland leading by 20. Pass to Exum. Wallace with it. Over Gordon. Gordon with the defensive effort.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now, here's Exum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about, Kevin, when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line. And
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also, because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. Here's Exum following the score by Aaron Gordon. Nice shot by Thompson.
Not going to see that often, but Thompson outside of the paint collects two more.
And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Magic. Stolen by Garland. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And it's 8 points for Darius Garland.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here is Ross. Darius Garland picking up that last basket. Wasted no time on that one.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
The Cavaliers leading by 21. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. but a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does, and the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, did I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Fournier, and good. He got the English that time as it falls. Fournier's got 5 points now in the quarter. For Cleveland, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Exum kicks to Osman, and there's the pass to Love. Over Gordon, and again it's Cleveland.
And offensively, they finally seem to be coming around after an ugly first half.
Pass to Aminu. Now Ross. Exum pulls it in.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle. You're going to react to it like, oh, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side up. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I tried to avoid that, Kevin.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
Here's Fournier following the basket by Kevin Love. And that one, good. That's now 8 points for Vucevic.
Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
Now here's Love. Over Gordon, and Love with the basket on the assist by Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one. Ross with it, outside Fournier. It's good.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment, goes straight to the rim.
Thompson outside. Kicks to Garland. Vucevic with the block. Thompson passes to Garland. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. DJ Augustine's checked in for Evan Fournier. The Magic trail by 21. And here's Augustine. Pass to Vucevic. Tries it from 19. It's rebounded by Cleveland. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Garland with it. Aminu on him. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
yes.
And you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior, and you're a college player, and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about and their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
And they shot just over 30% in that first half. Not what they were looking for, obviously, but they're getting much better looks here since halftime and have brought that percentage up.
Now here is Augustine. Vucevic trying to get open. Augustine, no luck. The Cavaliers leading by 21. Here's Osman. He dishes it to Garland. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. And now, here comes Augustine leading the break. Ross with room to shoot. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Augustine's got his 5th assist in this one. Now, here's Exum. There's 1:54 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Garland. Nailed from three-point land. Garland's got 7 points for the quarter.
Love has a knack for recognizing when a teammate's going to break wide open.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. Brent, you know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional career. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Tristan Thompson.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Here's Augustine following the basket by Kevin Love. And Augustine kicks to Ross. Here's Aminu. Thompson with the rebound. Now Exum. Pass to Osman. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum. Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
You know, I think it's just staying in the defensive end. You know, sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.